What's up, everybody? This is Slap Happy once again with my FM 2014 series. We are taking Luton Town from the Skrill Conference Premier League all the way up to the British Premier League and beyond, to European domination. Actually, we're just wasting time until FM 2015 comes out. We're gonna make it as far into the save as we can. Before the new Football Manager comes out sometime in October or November. So we're only a couple months away. Very exciting there. And it is currently the best day of the Football Manager season, of any season, and that is Regen Day. So here we are, the 13th of March, 2015. This is our second season. And if you're kind of new to the series, we are in Sky Bet League 2, currently in first place with 37 games played. We will take a quick look at the matches that we've played. The last game, I believe, was Mansfield, was the last game we streamed. So we lost that 1-3. That was pretty bad. We then beat Swindon, who is not a good team. We beat them 4-2. We then beat Cheltenham, who is, I think they're in the playoff hunt now. Yeah, they were sitting in 4th place. We did lose to them 1-0, so that was kind of painful. Still 10 points clear of 4th place, though, so that's really encouraging to see. Only 3 points now ahead of Rochdale. They are on our tails, so hopefully we can hold on and win the league. But after that loss to Cheltenham, we went to Bury and won 3-1. Bury also towards the bottom of the table. In fact, they are in dead last, so good thing we got the 3 points there. And then Plymouth, we drew 2-2, and that was really disappointing because Plymouth is near the relegation zone as well. Basically, my defense lately, they have looked very bad. Pelly Rudock, of course, he has been injured for a while. He will be back. He's going to miss this upcoming game against Gillingham, but after that, he should be back unless he might miss this game against the almighty Shrimps, and he should be back for this big game against Crewe at home. So he's a very important part of our team. 4-star current ability. He is a leading player for most Sky Bet League 2 sides, so definitely important to have him in there. My current players have they've looked bad. My defenders, it's just not been quality. As you can see just by the current ability ratings, not up to snuff. We are having depth issues on defense. But let's see what our regens look like, because this is my favorite part of every single game, and I actually haven't had a chance to thumb through these, so let's just start at the beginning. George Toffolo, he might be okay, decently tall, good target man. Probably a lot of these guys I probably won't keep unless they're, stars. Nope, he is not good. Actually, he has decent physicals. That's interesting. I want this to be attribute analysis. Yeah, he's fast. Honestly, if I just work on his physicals, he might turn into something not bad. I don't think I can do anything with him. Yeah. So far, not looking so good on the regens. Let's see, Luke Starkey. Here we go. Okay, 4-star potential, which for my team, that is a good Sky Bet League 1 central midfielder. And of course, if I can just shove him onto the field, what's his current ability? He's actually, I say he's not too far, but I might actually be able to get him on the field. Sadly enough, decent aerial stats, technicals and mentals. He's not a bad player. I might actually be able. I'm going to go ahead and sign him to a full-time contract. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. Make sure the regens that you definitely want to keep, you just go ahead and lock him down, because FM 2010 was the first one I played, and I didn't know that, and I actually got regen poached a couple times, and boy, it sucked. So, but I finally figured it out. Here we go, another guy. This guy, 15 acceleration. He might actually make a decent winger. you know, but we just, obviously I don't have the ability to get all these guys first team football here, and really loaning them out to, oh, here we go, and loaning them out to lower league clubs isn't going to help their development all that much, and I don't really have the facilities to train them here. So a lot of these regens I'm just, we're not going to even care about. But here we go, Nick Stevenson, a 5-star goalkeeper. So that's what, a good championship goalkeeper in the future. Currently a 1-star current ability. Man, this is actually one of the. This is actually a pretty tough situation to get a good goalkeeper that you want to keep for the future and develop. Because, man, it's really hard to loan them out, and it's really hard to get them first team football in your club. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract, but I'm not 100% sure how to go about this. Honestly, I might just put him on the bench, and if we're up, put him in. But obviously, putting in, I don't mind doing that, but keeper is probably the worst position to do that for, because if you put in like a midfielder or something, you sub out one of your midfielders, yeah, he's gonna sort of bring the team down, but there's 9 other position players around him that can sort of bail him out. A keeper, he might just let in goals and just ruin the game, even if you're up by 2 or 3 goals. So I always find this tough, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I will definitely give him starts. Like, say we win the league with 2 games in hand, yeah, I'll put him out there for 2 full games and see how he does. But we're not going to have to worry for that for a while. I'm actually going to go ahead and start training him to individual role. Goalkeeper, that's always just a nice, good option there. Where were we? So that was Nick Stevenson. So Owen Bentley, 3 stars. A decent winger. He's got okay physicals for now. I'm going to go ahead. He needs to work on his physicals, because that's really, if we just make him very good at physicals, he might turn into something, decent. So, quickness for him. And then Max Bowler. Okay, a decent defender. What's his current ability? Actually, honestly, I could put him on the field right now too, in some cases. So I'm gonna. What does he need work on the most for physicals? His strength is okay. Jumping reach is only 8. Oh man. What else is he? What's his marking? 10, and his tackling is 11. That's okay. Actually, I honestly might just do this. I won't even worry about his physicals right now. Just get him training as a central defender. Patrick Reeves. I'm not even gonna bother. A lot of these 1-star, half-star guys I'm not even gonna care about. I have another keeper. Man, that's kind of a bummer. Well, at least I have 2 in case one just doesn't pan out. And then not gonna worry about him. Ryan Bennett. I don't really use defensive midfielders anyway. He has 13 tackling, so that's interesting. And then Shane Wells. No. 17 natural fitness. A guy like this. Decent determination, decent work rate. I know he doesn't have any potential, but he might develop into something. I know I have the editor up here, and I could just look at his current potential and see what it is, but I'm not using the editor to save. I'm self-restraining. I might just take a flyer on this guy, because he has the mentals required to be a good player. I mean, he just might not be cut out for it. So, maybe a player like that can surprise people. And then another keeper, he's not really going to be worth anything to us. So, a decent. We got 3 or 4 regens that we could really use, that we might be able to use for some time. Yeah. So we got 3 or 4 of those guys that we can plug in. So actually I'm going to move them to the first team right about now. Scouting update. All right. You're gonna be on the senior squad. Who else? Who else did I need on there? So my candidates. I had a central defender. You are currently going to be on the first team. Or not on the first team, but on the senior squad, so I can just plug them onto the field. And then Nick Stevenson is also going to be put in the senior squad. So, well, now let's get ready for this match against Gillingham. So Guthridge is now injured. Stock, and here we go. I'm going to make sure that there's no one on my bench that's more suitable. Oh wow, these two are ineligible? Why are they ineligible? What happened? They haven't been registered. Oh, that's a bummer. Wow, that really sucks. Why is he... Oh, because he actually accepted the contract. Okay, that's lame. So these guys, I can't quite use them yet. Just quickly look at my midfield. Matt Robinson, is he better? Matt Robinson's got to be a better play. Well, okay, Matt Robinson's a little tired, but actually that's not even that big of a difference. So yeah, we're gonna throw him right in. He just joined the team yesterday. He is 15 years old, and he is getting his first start. So let's see how this goes. This might be interesting here. Gillingham, forgot where they stand right now. They're a mid-table team. Yep, 14th, right smack in the middle of the pack. So here we go. We could use 3 points here. As you saw earlier, our lead over Rochdale is sort of dwindling away. Now only 3 points. Viana, what? Oh, thank goodness we scored there. I would have been livid if we didn't put that in the back of the net. But, you know, decent movement right there. Let's take a look at this in 3D as it renders. Loading the highlights here as Rory Bolden captures his 17th of the season. So Peterson, Viana, and Stock kind of gets a good challenge right there, but Bolden makes a good run onto it. Keeper has no chance, and that's a goal. Good start for us as we have sort of been in a slump recently, taking the 1-0 lead over a solid mid-table team. This would be a good win for us. Can we pull it out? Can we keep the magic going? Sort of a boring first half here besides that goal. That was the only highlight of the game was the goal, so not a whole lot going on. The pep talk. We're going to be calm. Things are going well. And then now we're going to be passionate. And it's, you know, decent team talk right there. Let's just hold on and get the 3 points, please. Please, please. Oh, that was a terrible pass, but the highlight ends. Okay, who's going to get it here? It looks like it's going to be us on the attack. Peterson, Starkey, Stock, Bolding. Terrible pass. Don't get hit on the counter. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Our Greek goalkeeper at the tender age of 35 will collect that up. Oh, but here they go. We give it away foolishly. Oh, and an own goal. Unfortunate. It just bounced off of him. That would have missed if he wasn't standing there. That shot was not going in. And then it just goes in right off my player. So, you know, FM decides to screw me over a little bit right there. What else is new? We need a change. We need a change. Okay. Ooh. He's really hurting. Paul Calley's going to come on, and then we're going to put on... I know Rory Bolding has a goal, but we need to change something here because I want the 3 points. We're going to stick this on overload. I trust our defense. Come on, defense. Can we come up big right now? All right. Hopefully my overload strategy works here. Hit them on the counter. Nope. We're just going to commit terrible passes. Oh, that was good right there. But they still have it. I'm pretty nervous right now. Pretty nervous right now. Okay, that was a wasted effort. So Luke Starkey, 6.7 match rating in his first ever game. After only one day joining the club, we're gonna have one chance here. Get it forward. The whistle's about to blow, and that's probably gonna do it here. Yes, it does. And we only get 1 point. Pretty disappointed by that result. Rochdale also drew, it looks like. Yes, they drew to Accrington, who are 23rd, so that helps us out a lot. We are still 3 points ahead of Rochdale, but now we are only 8 points clear of the automatic promotion, with, I think, 8 games remaining, if I remember correct. If everyone plays each other twice, that means there's 46 games in a season. That means we have 8 games left, and we are 8 points clear. So, and we do have some tough games coming up. Let's look at the remainder of the schedule here really quick. Crew, they're in the playoff hunt. Crew is a good team. Rochdale obviously is a good team. Newcastle we could probably beat. Wycombe, they're decent. Hartlepool's decent. And Bristol and York are both sort of schmeh. So, we have 3 games that we should definitely be winning, but then these 3 right here will be difficult. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But promotion is looking pretty. I'm not going to say it's certain by any means, but it's looking pretty likely. However, winning the league, that's a different story, especially with this difficult fixture list coming up. So anyway, that's going to do it for me this episode. Join me next time, and we will, follow the story of our young regens that we just got, because it looks like we actually got several regens this time that could actually end up contributing to the team. I'm curious. I'm gonna check his player development. He's improving slowly but surely. Still 2.5 stars. I really want to get promoted, because then I'm gonna dump a lot of resources into improving our training facilities. So that's gonna help out a lot, because we're getting more and more younger players that I want to focus on training. So that's going to be something good. So watch out for that, and yeah, I will see you guys next time as we get closer to the end of the season.